Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm here to show you guys what I got in a Made by Mitchell mystery box. So I actually saw this on his TikTok and I believe that the bag is worth £70, but I got it for 15 and it was free shipping as well. First I want to apologise if you can hear my fan in the bag. It's a very warm day today and I know that if I don't have my fan on I'll just melt and then this makeup look will be bad. But yeah, you essentially are supposed to get like maybe 6 to 7 products, and the fact that it's worth £70, I was like, you know what, I need to try more Mitchell products because I haven't really tried many before. I've tried two things. I've got his eyeshadow palette and I've got one of his blushes, which is I think it's called that Wears the SPF, and I actually got that on the TikTok shop for like £2 I believe. And so when I saw the mystery box I was like, let's give it a go, what's in here. So I actually got it pretty quickly and I'll just show you guys what I've got, and of course I'm gonna have a try on today. It's such a mix in here because there's actually a couple of his new products which I'm very surprised about and very happy about. So I'm just gonna close my eyes, pick out one thing at a time and show you guys. So the first thing that I see is a blush. So this is the liquid blush. This is the shade 1998 and this is the blush Dreams. I absolutely love this packaging, it's so gorgeous. So when we open it, it's a yellow shade, so I don't really know how I would personally use this as like a blush, but it's a gorgeous yellow tone that I might have to like mix up with something to kind of lighten up, because one thing that I love about like seeing stuff on TikTok and seeing what Mitchell actually does is kind of mixing all his shades and using them on the eyes and the face and the lips and stuff. So I'm very excited to try that. The next item, let's have a look. We have a Smudge No Budge liner. So this is the black eyeliner pencil in the shade Black Trace. So I never really use many eyeliners, to be honest, just because my kind of emo goth days have slowed down over the past like 10-15 years. But I've heard that this is very good. For some reason I kept it in the packet because I haven't really taken these items out of the boxes, I've just seen what's in there. But yeah, I think this is just a standard black eyeliner pencil that you can like blend out, because again I've seen many videos of people trying these and they do look very good, so excited to try that. Next we have the mixing medium. So this is the Swirl solution. So I do know that you get an eyeshadow palette in here that I will show you guys afterwards. So essentially what this does is turn a matte eyeshadow into essentially like I think it's like the shimmers more, to be honest. So you would add this to a shimmer just to give it more oomph really, and I'm really excited to try this because the palette is absolutely gorgeous, and the fact that when you mix the two together it gives you a lot more. So I'm excited to show you guys that. Next we have another blush. So this is part of his new collection. I think it's like the mango collection. So yeah, this is blush mangoes. This is in the shade Capri is Calling, and I love this packaging amazing, lovely, absolutely stunning. I love the gradients of the green and orange. So let's see what is this shade, because I can't remember. I think it's an orange. There we go. It's like a deeper orange. So I do feel like if you mix the yellow and this one together, it will give you a really nice kind of mixture. So that's a really deep one. I think for like an actual blush that might be a bit too deep for me, but you guys know I like wearing deeper blushes anyway, so I'm excited to try that, of course. And I've got two more products. Oh my god, I'm gonna save the best till last, but we've got the next is part of his new collection. This is a liquid liner in the shade, what's the shade called? Treat 'em Green. So again I'm assuming this is a green liquid eyeliner. So again I haven't taken these out of the boxes yet, and without trying to damage the packaging, let's see what we have here. Oh my god, there we go, I've dropped it on the floor. Okay, so yeah, this is a green eyeliner. So Treat 'em Green graphic ink. So you can actually get these individually, not probably this specific one because this is new collection, but I know on TikTok you can get these for a couple of pounds each, and again I've heard that they are very nice And again, the last product that we have is the Hey Swirl eyeshadow palette, and I believe this is like an online exclusive. So I know a lot of his products are online anyway, but I know it's kind of exclusive to a certain place, to certain places. And if you haven't seen this eyeshadow palette before, it's absolutely stunning. It's all shimmers, but I cannot wait to use this. How stunning! And I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing with this, because obviously you've got a big selection of shades. I don't really know what colour I want to use. I know what I want to do today, but when it comes to actual what look, I have to have a think. But yeah, that's all the products that I got, and I can definitely feel that these products are worth more than £70, because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products, and I'm very happy. Again, I'm always up for trying more products by certain brands. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start on the eyes today. So I'm going to start on the Hey Swirl. I'm going to put on some sellotape because we need a bit of help, and we're going to dive into this palette, and then I will show you guys just how to use certain things. Okay, so we're all taped up and ready to go. So I'm going to use Do You Want Some Milk palette. I'm actually going to use it as a kind of subtle transition, because what I want to do with the Hey Swirl palette, I want to use it as to kind of like make a wing if I can. So I'm going to go in with the deep shade, which is called Jessie J's Girl. Yeah, Jessie's Girl, sorry, not Jessie J. I don't know why I thought of that. I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm not going to go everywhere because I want it to be kind of like quite subtle. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to put it like in the places that I really want it to go. So I've actually, all the products that I've purchased with like Mitchell's products, I've always got on some kind of a discount, because I got this for like £10 on his website. The blush, which is this one, which is Where's the SPF, I actually got that for like I mentioned in the beginning, a couple of quid from the TikTok shop. I do know that if you make like your first purchase on the TikTok shop, everything's going to be much cheaper than if you get anything for the second time, or if you shop again. That makes any sense, because it's like an introduction kind of offer. But I do know that like TikTok shop is getting so big at the moment. Like I personally have been buying a couple of things, but honestly, if you are looking for something for like a discount, I highly recommend having a look and making sure that the sellers are actually legit, because I know that you have to have a certain amount of following, but that doesn't mean that these people are always legit. So even when I picked up the first blush, I was like, I need to be very careful in case this is not actually Mitchell, and it was. So you just have to do just like 5 seconds of research and you'll be fine. But yeah, this shade is quite nice. I haven't put a base down or anything, just because I don't feel like we're gonna do anything too crazy with this shade. And right, I think that's all I'm gonna do. And again, nice and simple, so we don't need this palette again, so I'm just gonna put this down. And by putting down, I mean throw it on my sofa. So we're gonna go in with Hey Swirl. I will put up some swatches without the solution on it, because I just feel like you guys will see a better kind of understanding of what this palette is like. So again, I will show you guys inside. So you have 5 different gorgeous shades. You have Eclipse, Starlight, Tinted, Red It All, and Light Soft. So what I want to do, I want to actually use some of Red It All and then some of maybe Starlight to kind of see how this works. So I'm going to use the red first, and I'm going to use the kind of grayer tone. So what I've actually seen on his TikTok, or what I've seen of doing a bit of research on how these work, you essentially just scrape off some of the eyeshadow onto a palette, and then you add some of the solution, mix it up, and then you apply it. So we're gonna use my ISO Clean palette. I probably can't do this like all on camera, because my, like, you know, just gonna try my best. So people use the back of this, so I'm just gonna get a small amount and we're just gonna see how it works. I don't want to ruin this palette as well, so I think that might have been way too much anyway. So I'm taking that much, and we're gonna shake up the solution a bit. It probably doesn't need to be, it's just a liquid solution. And let's see what magic it holds for us. So just, I don't even know how much to add. I think that'll be enough. Maybe 2 drops, even probably 1 is going to be more than enough. So I'm going to take my brush and we're just going to tap, and let's hope I've not fucked this up. And let's see how this works. Ooh. Okay, let's get this on, guys, and let's see how it works. I'm actually looking down because this is where my mirror is. So, ooh. Definitely tell there's a lot of shimmer pigment here. It's probably not as popping as I was hoping. I might have added too much solution. It doesn't say how much to add. Let me just, no, it doesn't say, which is a little bit annoying because I might have added too much, but I'm just going to build it up because it is pretty stunning. Hope you guys can see. I'm just going to go on the other side. Can you guys see that? Thing is, when I see the videos that people do, they obviously look completely stunning, and I could have just royally messed it up, but we're gonna try it differently on the second one because, you know, this is how we learn. We just like experiment. But that is, it's a gorgeous red. Like, I would always use reds first over any other shade. So, okay. Stunning. Right. It's a little bit messy, but I will clean up after. So let's go in with the second shade. So we're going to go in now with Starlight, which is just here. And again, like the first time, I'm going to take a small amount onto the palette. I'm definitely guessing like a small amount because I don't need that much. So, okay. Sorry guys, I know you can't see, but I'm just trying to quickly, literally like the tiniest amount. And then I'm going to pick up some of the solution and I'm going to try it 1 drop. Just 1, because just being very, very careful because I know my dumbass will ruin it. So let's mix this up and just blend. Okay. Ooh, that is so much better. Wow. Yeah, 1 drop is plenty, basically. So next time, for sure I will know that it's 1 drop and not 2. I think maybe if you add 2 if you've got a lot, but if you're using this type of solution, you only need the tiniest amount. Alright, wow. I know I've not done an amazing job, but I still feel like this is pretty cool. Okay. Oof. I kind of have an inkling that even if you don't use the solution, because you have to buy the solution separately, the shadows are still going to perform beautifully. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go off camera. I'm going to kind of take this stupid thing off, put on the rest of my face, and then we'll go in with the blushes. Okay, so we are almost done. So we're going to go on to the blush now. So I'm actually going to use like these 2 today. So I'm going to kind of mix them together because, as I mentioned before, this is probably a bit too deep for me, and this is obviously a yellow probably tone that I wouldn't use by itself. So I'm going to put them again on my palette, my trusty ISO Clean palette. Obviously it's one of the best things I've ever purchased. Every time I see them on social media posting about it, I was like, it's one of the best things I've ever bought. Highly recommend it, and it's not very expensive as well. So definitely recommend if you're looking for something, especially if you're like a professional makeup artist and you want to like just be a bit more hygienic. These palette things are fantastic. So I'm going to add some of the yellow, and then I'm going to add them like separately, and then you blend them together because I've seen Mitchell like post about it, but I'm not going to put too much yellow because I feel like it might become a bit too pale. So I'm going to go in with a brush because I feel like every time I use his blushes, using a brush is so much better for me personally. So I'm just going to tap them together and just make a good consistent shade. I don't want it to be just like orange yellow, so I'm just gonna tap and see how we do. So I never really use a lot of orange blushes because orange is not really my tone. So when I've got the first one, which is Where's the SPF, I feel like that one is sometimes a bit too red for me and I can never kind of find my in between. But now that I've got this yellow, I feel like I can like mix them together. So I'm actually going to use that for my lips later. And I know that this is like crazy orange, but I'm just going to blend it because I want to make it look a little bit more decent than how I've actually made it right now, because I've made this really like Oompa Loompa orange, which was not my intention. But I'm just going to keep on tapping, and I will just kind of blend out a little bit with my foundation brush, because again, I'm looking like a what's it, and that's the opposite of what I want to look like. So I've just got my foundation brush, so I'm just going to tap and just blend out. The only other orange blush that I have is my pink honey one, and that's in the shade Fire, I believe, and that one is absolutely gorgeous because that one is like a cream on one side and a powder on the other. But I think once I kind of get this blended out, it will look completely fine. But because these are so pigmented, you have to be quite careful. I think that's enough, that's okay. And I'm going to powder this down because I need to kind of be a bit more matte. So for highlighter, I'm just going to go in with my Be Perfect, and then I think we'll do some on the eyes and then finish on the lips. Okay, so we're all powdered and ready. So now we're going to go in with my eyeliner. So again, this is in the shade Black, Black Trace, or Black Track, there we go. And I'm just going to use this as kind of an under eyeliner, maybe put a little bit on top. Nothing too crazy because I don't want to mess it up basically. So I'm just going to add kind of a little bit on the bottom, and I know that these are going to be pigmented because I've seen the swatches and I've seen all like them being used. So I'm going to go slightly in there. Again, that is like how much I would use normally. It's been a long time since I've used like a black pencil like properly. I'm just going to add some on the top, nothing too crazy because it's going to... Oh god. I'm no good at doing these liners, honestly. I don't want to ruin my look. Concentration. Alright, just going to add a tiny bit here. Because I know you can just blend these out, basically. That's the whole point of them. They're all smudge, no budge. So you can, like, obviously, if you want to do like a smoky look or just blend it out, then these are like perfect for that. But I'm not good at any of that, so I'm not going to do it. So now we're going to end on the lips, and I have seen you can use these on the lips. So I'm going to go in with the first blush I ever got, which is the Where's the SPF. I'm going to take a tiny amount, maybe of this orange, and just experiment. It might not look good, but I want to just see how it looks, because what's the harm in experimenting and having a bit of fun? So we're all like non-judgmental here. We're all just here to have a good time, play with makeup, and if I fuck it up, then that's just the way it is, and if I make it look good, then I will continue to make it look good. The green eyeliner, obviously I'm not going to use today because it probably will not work in the sense of, you know, this look. Obviously in the future, if I do a green look, I will try that out and show you guys. So this is the two shades that I'm just going to mix together, and just hoping that we come out with something. And I'm just using, this is probably like the only lip brush that I own, but I rarely use this. It's my Morphe M170-4. Okay, let's get this on. It's definitely more orange now, which is totally fine. I think this will become quite mattified when it dries down. That's quite a nice shade. I mean, I'm gonna obviously blend it out because just not a lot there. Okay, that's nice. That's actually much nicer than I thought I was gonna make it look, because I was gonna add the yellow, but then I thought that might make it a bit too pale. Ah, we didn't fuck it up, guys. That's good. That's good to see. Okay, perfect. So this is essentially my finished look using a lot of my new Made by Mitchell mystery box. Like, I know this video has been going on for ages and I apologize, but I really want to kind of try and go in depth as much as I can when it comes to my first impressions, and I hope you guys do like it. Obviously the orange is a little bit much, and I do know that it's not really my tone, but I do really like it, and the fact that the more you blend it, it does become a bit more easier and more like easier on the eyes, if that makes any sense. Everything else, like the eyes, I love. I mean, again, these shimmers are outstanding even without that liquid solution, so if you manage to get your hands on that palette, then definitely like give it a go. The lips, of course, I mean, it's just a mixture of two blushes. It is a little bit drying, but you can add a bit of gloss and you're sorted. And let me know if you picked up this mystery bag, because I know it's sold very, very well, and I'm sure that they'll do more in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.